Alright, Cameron, let's take a look at your paper. Emily's citation first. This is good. All of this is good, except this wasn't the date that we handed it in. I already told you that I loved your title, so that's good. I don't know if this is the strongest beginning I've ever seen to a paper, but it's okay. I think you could probably build off that a little bit more. So you jump in a little bit, I would say maybe too fast into the topic, that he was afflicted with a disease, which, this was the definition of it, which is good. And then you jump right into the symptoms. I would want to maybe tie Macbeth and the disease together a little bit more before I jump right into these symptoms, because we want to know that Macbeth had these symptoms throughout the play, and I don't think you really make that clear. You don't need to capitalize A after a colon, unless it's a proper noun. That'd be the only reason you'd want to do that. Okay. These ailments would affect a person's way of thinking. So this is essentially about Macbeth. You're just not saying his name, so I would want to go back there and do that. I told you already I liked your thesis. I think that works well. I even like nihilism. That's pretty cool. There was one grammatical error that I wanted to talk about, and this right here, the disease in question that Macbeth was afflicted. This in question would not be in commas. You would not need to do that. So you would want to fix that for the future. Alright, so you talk about the idea of these intrusive or dark thoughts, which is fine. Then you get the common symptom as this, but you're taking a long time to get to how Macbeth and them share the ailment of retaining these intrusive thoughts and behaviors. Best example of this, no comma, is when he's witnessing Duncan name his son, so you got that example. So he realizes that they're destructive yearnings. I guess I get that, but is that really failing to control his or her own thoughts? Like, is that the best example of how he just can't hide? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess you can get that he's trying to hide his true feelings, failing to control them. I'm not sure if that really fits the mold of what you're looking for. So I'd go back and look at that. Now, your thesis statement said something about it results in the loss of morality. Because he opened his mind to these thoughts, he started a long and ruthless path, so no comma there, to the crown, no space, you gotta have a space there, which resulted in the loss of his morality. So you haven't really dove into your thesis statement yet. You're going to talk, you should have a sentence or two in here at least about his loss of morality and what that means to the overall theme of the play. So I think there's still a lot of work to be done with this down here. So you want to do that. Now, you do bring it up as a transitional statement when you talk about losing one's morality as a pivotal step in the process of becoming a ruthless tyrant. But the step is really that you're going to talk about aggressive thoughts towards other. So is that really a transitional statement? Because really you're transitioning to the next symptom, but this isn't the next symptom. This really should be the exploration of the thesis statement. So definitely go back and look at how you can make that stronger. Alright, so you're jumping into the symptom of aggressive thoughts towards others or yourself. When he goes through committing the murder of Duncan, no comma, and when he sets his sights on his companion, Banquo, next. He inherits a new obsession, so keeping things in perfect or symmetrical order. I don't know why you just didn't focus on this one, because it doesn't really have much to do with aggressive thoughts towards, I guess it could be toward yourself, but I don't think you do a good job of setting that up. So I'd love to see a better way to bridge that gap, because I really like what you did with the whole keeping things in order. I like that you went through with the whole murders had to be perfect. I like that they share a sense of need things to be in order or in exactness. But he views the murders in a sense of weight that has been lifted off his shoulder. But also things don't go perfect, so he gets these aggressive thoughts towards himself as well. So you can tie that back into the body, because again, you need to tie back in the whole morality and nihilism in here at the end. Other than just saying, guess what, he loses morality, which was what I warned everyone against about your thesis statement. You can't just repeat your thesis statement and call it good in your body paragraph. So go back there and look at how you can make that connection to the thesis stronger. So he falls into a state of insignificance. which you talk about later. And again, is that really your symptom? And see, I feel like all of this stuff is essentially your thesis statement that should be up here. And so I'm wondering if it's just a case, Cameron, of trying to put things in the right paragraph in the right order. Because this is when you actually get into the next symptom. So you want to go from there. Additionally, apparently it's spelled wrong, so you want to fix that. They suffer from significant problems in their life due to their excessive impulses. He loses an emotional attachment to certain people, which again, I don't really feel like you've got to. That's what the symptom is that you're going to talk about, is losing this emotional attachment. So this is good. I like axe remote. That's a good way to put it. You have a good quote, which is fine. Make sure you put a space in there. Have the quote here that exemplifies that with the idea of no purpose, which I think is great. He has no remorse for any kinds of past acts. Good. So this is all good stuff. And I like this ending part that you have here. So you have some really good wording, Cameron. I really like the way that things are laid out for the most part, wording-wise. Again, are you getting into the nihilistic qualities in here? Is there a little bit more that you can accomplish with your analyzation of the symptoms, that sort of thing? So I like this as a statement at the end, but I would want to see this at the very end of the paragraph. You should just start right off with your thesis statement as a restate, which is basically these are all your main points that you're trying to get across, but this is what you'd want to start with, and then go from there into talking about the main points. And I don't think you do a really great job of summarizing your main points. These are good words and good things that should have been taking place in your body paragraph, but I don't think you're really summarizing these. Or maybe I should say better, these things need to be more evident up here in your body paragraph. So maybe think about it that way. It's not a bad way to end it, but like I said, I like this bit way up here a little bit better. And again, work on spaces as you look at it. This seems to be all in working order, so you should be good on the works cited page. So fix those things, Cameron, throughout. Just a few things here and there, but I really like your style, writing style, and I think this could use another draft that's going to make it that much stronger.